Hi everyone. Um, I also am still figuring out this live thing, and it totally was recording me while I was waiting for it. Hi everyone. So my name is Sophie Fontaine, and I am the Nami Virginia Youth and Young Adult Program Coordinator. And tonight I thought it would probably be good to have a little bit of a decompression time. I know that this month was really overwhelming. Um, we'll call it what it was. It was stressful, and there were a lot of points of times where we had to learn, we had to reflect. And so I really just wanted to take tonight to take a step and just breathe. I started this position June 1st, so I'm very new into this. And I just graduated my master's in social work. And so this month was really complicated. And every stay in and stay busy, we've wanted to address leadership. And one huge thing that I have learned in this month is leadership is very complex. And we all can have really different views of what leaders look like. And I may have a different view of what a leader is to you. And so the big thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is just the three big lessons I've taken away from this month. And I would love if you would like to share in the comments big lessons that you've had this year or this month, excuse me, and also just tagging people who may inspire you. I think that it's a really great feeling to know that that you inspire people. And I think a lot of people right now could use encouragement and kindness. So first, I'm just going to start this off with breathing because obviously I need to breathe to live, but also as someone with anxiety, talking into the camera is really stressful. Even though my family has always joked that I'd be a great YouTube personality, I know after doing this, I probably could never be a YouTube personality. Um, so I'm just going to take a deep breath really quickly. Okay, so I first just want to say, this is me being really vulnerable because I think vulnerability is a huge part of leadership, and that is what I've seen in this past month. I have seen so many young people organizing and communicating. Oh no, I hope my video is still going. Um, Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, and if it didn't work, it didn't work. I'm going to be adaptable to my circumstances. So the biggest thing I've learned, the three big lessons I had from this month. My first one is that I have been so moved by the young people who have been organizing this past month. Um, with the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and so many other ones, it's been really hard. And I have still seen so many young people taking that pain and moving it into organizing and communication, and I am so impressed. And I just want to say that I think that young people have a voice and they are learning how to use it. And that is what Youth Move is we are trying to inspire you to use your voice. The other thing is, again, like I said, vulnerability. I'm going to be really vulnerable here in the sense that I'm going to totally acknowledge right now how privileged I am. And it's really difficult to acknowledge that. It's really scary to admit that that you have a position of power that you really ignore. And at the end of the day, that's the biggest lesson I've learned this month is that I have been in a position of power and I have not been using it to amplify other people's voices, and I'm stopping that. And I think that young people have been the reason that I'm sitting here and saying that. Our past two panels from this month, the LGBTQIA plus mental health and the Black mental health matters panels, both really called me out for things that I mean, I was watching back on the video and I was even like, I can see in my face when I realized that I was totally contributing to something like that. June is Pride Month. I am a member of the LGBTQ community, and being in this community, I still know that I'm very privileged in a lot of ways. And at the end of the day, though, I have been so moved and impressed by the vulnerability it takes to be a leader and how so many people who have been on my panels this month have acted as leaders in my life, and I have had little to no interaction with them up until those panels. Finally, the biggest lesson of this month was education and learning. People in leadership positions are always learning, and I think it's time that we acknowledge that even when you're in a even if you think I'll be a leader one day, but I don't know enough or I'll never get there, we are constantly learning, and it is so important to acknowledge that. Like I said earlier, I've really had to acknowledge my privilege in society, and that is something that I thought I kind of had a grasp on, but I still know at the end of the day, I'm still learning. And the other thing was the big thing I took away is that just the lesson is of I didn't know a lot of the history of mental health in America. I work at a mental health organization, and I still really didn't know, when I was in when we were doing the Black Mental Health Matters panel, I didn't really acknowledge the fact that the reason so few members, so many minorities weren't going to mental health professionals is because they don't trust systems. And I took a lot of time to reflect on that. So I know this is a little short this week. I wanted to make it kind of short and sweet for you all, but I just wanted to say this month has been so powerful and so moving, and I am so, so, so thankful that I get to be a part of an organization that wants to continue to amplify voices of young people. And I just want to say, do not give up. Keep working hard. I know this is hard work. I know this is tiring, but at the end of the day, you're making a difference. If you're interested in getting into more leadership positions or if you're interested in volunteering with me, please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can message us on Facebook and you can also email me, and I'll put my email in the comments. So, as this month is wrapping up, I just wanted to say take a few moments, reflect, journal, please do some self care, and just really, really, really appreciate what our society looks like right now. I'm so, so thankful for it, and I'm so thankful to be in this position. I've only been in this position for 24 days, but at the end of the day, I am so excited to be here. I'm excited to keep working here. And I am here for you. I want to hear you. I want to amplify your voices and your experiences. Also, if you're interested in doing a panel and you don't really know like what kind of panel, or if you have an idea for a panel, I want to hear from you. I think that this position is really unique because I'm guided by what you all want and what you all need. And I want to hear you, and I want you to know that your opinions matter, your voices matter, and your experiences matter. So I know this is kind of short and sweet. It's a little late for me. I've been up a long time, but I just want to say again, I'm so proud of all of you for working so hard, for sharing your stories and experiences. And for my friends who are in positions of power, I want you to really take a moment to step back and acknowledge it. And I think the biggest thing I had as a takeaway was when you're asking people, how are you? Make sure that you're saying that with the intention of hearing how they actually are. That was the biggest takeaway I had from the Black Mental Health Matters panel was I had been asking my friends, how are you? How are you? How are you? But was I really ready to hear how they were? So don't be afraid to take time to reflect. Don't be afraid to own up to times that you messed up because when you're learning, you're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. It's okay. What you do is you forgive yourself and you move forward and you make those changes in your behavior. And I know after those panels this month, my behavior is changing completely. And if you haven't seen our panels, I'm going to go ahead and link them in the comments here. Please take some time to watch them, reflect on them, journal through them. And yeah, and we will see you all next week. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, a great weekend. Remember, drink some water, go outside, do some self care. My self care this weekend will be that I am going to go be outside because it is so nice out. So, again, I'm so proud of you all. I'm so grateful to be in this role. And I really hope that I can hear from more of you because I want to be, I want to work for you. So, thank you all and have a great rest of your night.